Hey everybody, so this is what happens when your air conditioner leaks. You basically have to tear down the entire ceiling if your attic is only 2 feet tall. There's only 2 feet between the top and the bottom, maybe 3 feet. So there's not enough room. So air conditioner people said you have to tear down your ceiling. And of course all the insulation comes down as well. And then while I'm doing that, because it's Florida, Florida has really strict laws on insurance saying that if you have old cloth wiring, that you're going to have to replace that or the insurance companies will drop you. So this is old cloth insulation. Plus it was only 2-wire, so there's no ground. That's pretty much the way they did it back in 1963. So I got a really good company called ABC. They gave me a really good quote. They're going to upgrade this because this is a 1963 house. They're going to put in wafer lights. They're going to put in dimmer switches, ceiling fans. They've done a lot of work so far. I'm really happy with them. There's some more of that cloth right there. 2-wire cloth. That's not good, but if you have it, I mean, it works. And also, whenever they're talking about hurricane clips, this is what they're talking about. Right there. On this house, I've got hurricane clips already, so it's on every single joist. See? So in Florida, if your insurance is really high, and they're going to tell you, get a wind mitigation, and that's part of the wind mitigation, 4-point wind mitigation. They want to make sure that you have, connectors on all the rafters. And then also they check to see what the spacing of the nails are on your shingles. If you look over here, I don't know if you can see it, but there's a marking up there somewhere. I can't remember. But the inspector actually wrote on one of the trusses up there. I can't find it right now, but he wrote on there five nails per every 2 inch or 6 inches. It's kind of ridiculous, but I figured if this house has never moved since 1963 in a hurricane, well, it's going to have to be a category 5 for it to move. I've been through 1s, 2s, and 3s, and almost 4s. And this house is held, but it's got a little bit of funky smell to it. And part of that was because I've got such a low pitch right here. So there's no baffles for the soffit vents. So what ended up happening is when the previous owner, they just blew insulation all the way in and it clogged up all of the vents. So the new insulation guy, he's going to come in, he's going to put baffles. They're going to run from the wall up, and then he's going to tie it in so that the air can actually circulate. So this house has been a big problem for me because the previous owner had basically just blown in about 18 inches. Oh yeah, and see right here on the cloth right there? See where it's kind of rubbed off? That's not good. That was up in the attic like that with all the insulation surrounding. So if you don't think that you probably don't need wiring, which I didn't think I needed, that right there, and I saw about 4 or 5 spots like that, which is kind of scary. But anyway, I figured I'd post this on Facebook in case anybody else, ever has a problem like this. My recommendation, don't ever buy a house with a super low pitch, because the amount of work that it will take just to get this house back to normal, because nobody in their right mind wants to crawl through this attic. They physically can't. So this is where the air conditioner used to go. I had the old metal ductwork. This is the old air conditioner. They're going to be pulling it out right here. The trunk is right up there, as you can see. It's really funky. Look at that. It's just all moldy. But that's pretty typical for a 1963-year-old house. Look at that. It's hard to see, but that should be all like light tan colored. It's all like black mold, but ugh. All right, well, I figured I would post this video. Maybe I'll get a few likes. If you leave any comments, I'll try to answer them. Right here, I had a water damage about 2 years ago, and as you can see right here, this is black mold. I'll be spraying this with some RMR. Yeah, see, all my stuff's out in the carport, but I'll be spraying that down with some RMR 86, and then follow it up with RMR 181, I believe, 181 or 184. But it's supposed to remove all that and neutralize it. It's basically it's kind of like a bleach water with some soap in it, but then it's also got fungicide. So anyway, that's what's happening in my world. Not a fun thing, and it's pretty expensive overall. I got a good deal on electric. I paid more for the air conditioning only because people are very unreliable, and this company that I'm paying a little bit more for said that they'll be here, they'll do it. They're one of the biggest companies in my area. They charge a lot, but you know, they have a lot of crews. They can get in and get out. And you know, with the ceiling down, I can expect it to make sure it's all done correctly. But anyway, and then the insulation. The insulation is probably the hardest job out of all of this because it's got to be done right, and it's got to be done by somebody that knows exactly the problems that I'm having, which is the baffles being covered up. I think that was really the one thing that started all of this, all these problems. But anyway, and then of course the sheetrock guys, they're gonna have to come in. They're sheetrock guys, so they're used to seeing stuff like this. I haven't even gotten quotes, but anyway, if anybody's interested, just leave comments and I'll try to answer them. I don't get a whole lot of people watching my channel, but anyway, thank you for watching.